Hi everybody, good morning. Welcome to our all-new First Alert Weather Extra, streaming right here on WFSB Plus. You can find us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV, bringing you even more ways to stay ahead of the weather. We're streaming live weekdays at 8 a.m., which it is 8 a.m. right now, 8:01 as a matter of fact, and again at 9:30 p.m., giving you an in-depth look at the forecast to help you plan your day and your week. So let's get to it. Hello and good morning. I'm Meteorologist Scot Haney in the First Alert Forecast Center at Channel 3. We had some rain overnight, and we had a pretty good amount of it in parts of southeast Connecticut where the flood advisory was issued. That was from about 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. I got a report from Jonathan in Brooklyn. He said he got as much as 2 inches, and he's got a pretty fancy weather station. So trends are showing that we did have a pretty good amount of rain in southeast Connecticut. Now in northeast Connecticut, we also had a pretty good amount of rain. That's kind of moved out, and we're basically dry with the exception of one little cell down in southeast Connecticut for right now. But again, all of the rain from earlier this morning has moved out. And we're looking at an okay day of weather today with the possibility of a pop-up shower, maybe a brief thunderstorm later this afternoon, but you should see some partial sunshine. All right, let's forge ahead here. First Alert Live Radar, you'll see that little bit of scattered shower activity just to the north and east of New London. It's draped right along 95, a little bit further than north than 95. And it is falling apart as it makes its way into Connecticut. Boy, it's really raining up in parts of northern Rhode Island. They can keep it. We don't need any more rain here in Connecticut. And the drought monitor comes out. Oh, it should come out like right about now. So I'll have to check in on that. As we take a look at the visibility, we're down. We have some fog out there this morning, particularly in Chester where it's goose eggs. Then you've got Waterbury at 1/4 mile at Oxford Airport, 1/4 mile in Bridgeport, 1 in Groton, 1 3/4 in New Haven, 2 3/4 in Norwich, and Danbury 2 miles. It's not great out there this morning in terms of the fog, so you have to exercise caution, budget in a little bit of extra travel time. And remember, the high beams won't help. Just keep those low beams on so people can see you for safety. This is the past 6 hours. Look at the amount of rain that rolled through in parts of southeast and northeast Connecticut. But again, that's all now wound down. I'm actually going to widen out the shot and show you just some very limited scattered shower activity to the south of Connecticut. And that is moving in towards us. So in southeast Connecticut, you might pick up an additional scattered shower over the course of the next hour or so. And we'll keep you posted on that over on Channel 3. It's all due to this weakening area of low pressure. Watch as it dissipates. And this afternoon we should see some partial sunshine, but we also can't rule out the possibility of a passing shower, maybe a rumble of thunder. We did have some lightning and thunder earlier this morning, again in parts of Tolland and Windham counties and parts of New London County. That again has all moved out of the state. Now tomorrow, the warm front rolls in, but it looks like the showers stay over Jersey and further to the south of Connecticut. This is 4 p.m. with a mixture of sun and clouds tomorrow. Looks like we're pretty good to go until Saturday, when we're expecting more showers. Looks like the shower activity comes in a little bit earlier with some thunderstorms, and those rain and storms have gone ahead and helped us issue a First Alert weather day for Saturday, again, particularly mid to late morning into the early afternoon. But the mugginess is here to stay. We've actually got dew points in the 60s out there this morning. I'll get to that in just a second, but it's pretty humid out there this morning. And we're expecting showers today with a late day storm on Friday. Tomorrow, rain and storms impact the state on Saturday. So your temperatures for today, they climb into the low to mid 70s after starting off very mild in the low to mid 60s in Meriden. Look at 65 degrees. Typical overnight low is about 48. So we're doing a little bit better than that. As a matter of fact, only one town in the upper 50s this morning in Bridgeport at 59 degrees. We are up from yesterday. Yesterday we were up from the day before. You'll notice the temperatures there. Again, the temperature differential anywhere from 1 in Bridgeport to 4 in Chester to 6 in Waterbury. So we're doing a little bit better than yesterday, and it's pretty mild out there. Now here come the dew points. Whoa, 60s, high hairspray alert day. 59 in Bridgeport is the only number I can find in the 50s. Everybody else is in the lower 60s. And when the dew points start getting into the 60s, you start to feel that humidity, that stickiness to the air. And that's exactly what we've got out there. It's just clammy this morning. The winds basically calm, 2 to 8 miles an hour, not a big deal. So let's take a look at First Alert Futurecast. It's tomorrow's weather today. Again, maybe a little bit of scattered shower activity, particularly in southeast Connecticut. 3 p.m. we're under partly sunny skies. 6 p.m. we're under partly sunny skies, and then some clouds roll back in. Here comes that warm front, but it looks like the action stays to our south. And then here comes Saturday. Here comes the cold front. But again, according to this particular model, the materialization of these showers and thunderstorms is to our east. So we might luck out. We have to wait and see, okay? And then Saturday evening, we start to clear things out, and things look good for Sunday with just an isolated chance for a shower there. Here is our Torrington ICAM. Mainly cloudy. The pavement is wet. The cat's paws will be wet, as will the dogs. There's New London. Not a lot of people waiting there on the. Looks like they just got on the ferry. Got a couple of pedestrians out there in a golf cart. 62 degrees in New London. Now the month of May, very popular number, 77. That was the high on the 8th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th. Today we're going for 75 at Bradley, so we'll just have to wait and see. And in terms of rainfall, it's been a wet month. Picked up 0.04 inches of rain prior to midnight last night. And we'll wait and see what today brings. Okay, we did pick up a little bit of rain overnight, between 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. Kids, if you're getting on the bus right now, or adults if you're getting on the bus, mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures move into the low to mid 70s. And if you're playing a round of golf, I think you're pretty good to go. Just keep your eyes out. If you see lightning or hear thunder in an isolated shower or thunderstorm this afternoon, make sure you head off the golf course. But all in all, it looks like a pretty good day. There's that chance for wet paws today and tomorrow, between low and high, right around medium, because tomorrow we'd run the risk for an isolated shower. Saturday, we're talking about an increase in wet paws due to the fact that we're expecting storms in the mid to late morning and into the early afternoon. The forecast for today calls for temperatures 74, 75. You'll notice by 3 p.m. Still a shower opportunity, but by 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. we're dealing with partly sunny skies. Let's check out the shoreline. More of the same there. Temperatures right around 70 degrees. So as we take you to the forecasted highs today, muggy with an isolated shower. Sun was up at 5:30 even, sets at 8:05 even. You might see a little bit of limited sun during the day. And then there's your 7-day forecast. Muggy with an isolated storm late tomorrow, 80 degrees with humidity. It's going to be a muggy summer-like day tomorrow. You might need the AC. Muggy with some mid to late morning and early afternoon storms. That's on Saturday. And then Sunday, isolated showers, but they'll be so insignificant, few and far between, that most of Sunday looks good. Monday and Tuesday are cooler, as is Wednesday. Wednesday, after 2 beautiful days on Monday and Tuesday with breezy conditions, Wednesday starts to get a little bit cloudy, and we'll keep you posted on the Memorial Day weekend. Can you believe it's already Memorial Day next weekend? That is wild. All right, so that is, here come your shoreline highs, pretty equivalent to where we're headed inland. And that's a check of your first alert forecast. Tonight's lows with some patchy fog and some showers and some isolated storms around into the upper 50s and low 60s. Once again, today's daytime highs are in the low to mid 70s. And this has been the First Alert Weather Extra. Be sure to join us every morning and evening on WFSB Plus for our First Alert Weather Extra. Can't thank you enough for tuning in. The time is now 8:10. We hope you have a great, safe, and healthy day. Again, we'll see you on Eyewitness News in just a bit. Take care.